welcome back. I know you're shocked to see me with this type of makeup on, but today is a really fun video. I wanted to recreate a makeup look that I saw on Instagram a few days ago. Nikki Makeup, I will put her handle up on the screen. She posted some photos of Hailey Bieber and some makeup that she did, and I have not been able to get my mind off of that makeup since I saw it, and I figured I would attempt to recreate a version of that makeup. So that is what we did today. And for today's palette, for my 12 days of palettes, we are using finally the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I'm so excited about this. So if you are interested in this look, please keep watching. If you're new, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I am posting every day in December. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe, but let's go ahead and get into the video. This is a long one, so grab a drink or a snack, and I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. I actually did not plan to film this video right now, but I saw a picture or some pictures a few days ago on Instagram, and they were from Nikki Makeup. I will put her handle up on the screen here. I believe she is a makeup artist based in London, and she works for KVD Beauty. But she posted some photos of makeup she did on Hailey Bieber. I will pop them up somewhere on the screen so you can see them. And it was one of those pictures that when I scrolled past it, I went back to it, and I just stared at these pictures for a few minutes because the makeup was that good. It was that pretty and just different. And I saved it. I saved those pictures so I could go back and look at them, and I'm going to attempt to recreate this look today. Now, I can promise you it's not going to be as good as this, because I am not Nikki Makeup and I do not look like Hailey Bieber, but I love the way this looks, so I'm going to give it my best shot. So let's go ahead and get into it. She did, I don't even know how to describe this eye makeup. It's not that intricate in terms of different shadows going on. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot. The thing that stands out is the teal blue liner all the way across and in a wing shape on the top lash line and all the way on the bottom lashes. Honestly, feels wrong to use this palette because it is so stunning. I mean, look, but these two colors right here are what looks like she used on Hailey's eyes. And then it looks like she used some type of white kind of champagne-y glitter and then a peachy bronze transition shade. We're gonna try to do this. That's why I have my hair up like this, by the way, because that's how she has her hair in the photos. All right, let's go ahead and get started. It's probably gonna take me a while because I'm really gonna try to do my very best with this. Okay, I'm gonna use some Patrick Ta brow wax first because her brows in these photos have that bushy kind of laminated look. So I'm gonna do that first. And I thought about doing the eyes first, but I don't know. Typically, I don't love my makeup as much if I do the eyes first. I don't know why. I feel like I just need to be able to see the face makeup to do the eye makeup for some reason. I don't know why, but I am going to brush this through my brows. I don't know what she used on Hailey, but her brows definitely look like she used some kind of brow wax, or maybe the Patrick Ta lamination gel or something. So I'm gonna leave them to kind of set down for now, and we'll move on to some corrector as always. I am going to use the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade medium. She has a very highlighted look on her face. I don't really notice so much bronzing or contouring. I really notice blush and highlighter and the eye look. Those are kind of the three things that stick out to me. So I definitely want to correct the darkness that I have, because I don't know if Haley has any, but if she does, you can't see it at all. Then I am just tapping this in. All right, next for foundation, I'm gonna go in with my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. I have no idea what she used, but her skin is like extremely perfected. So this is kind of the foundation I think of when I think of really full coverage, perfect looking skin. This is really full coverage. So I'm gonna start out with that, and then we can add more if we need to. So I've been trying out this new thing where before I blend in foundation, I spray it. I've seen a few people doing that, so I've been kind of playing around with that. And I am using a Sigma F80 brush to blend this in. For concealer, I'm going to go in with, again from NARS, the Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I have two of them. I have the shade Creme Brulee, which I like to do really in the inner corner because it's more of a pinky undertone. And if you have discoloration, it kind of helps with that. And then the other one is Madeleine. And this one I like to use on the rest of my under eye and on my face because this color matches me really well. I'm also gonna apply some on the side of my face because we're going all out. I'm not gonna skip any steps here because I really want to attempt to recreate this look. So I'm gonna do that. And then before we blend it in, I'm again going to spray my face. Actually, I was gonna use that one, but I'm gonna use Charlotte Tilbury again. And then I'm gonna blend out under my eyes last because we want the most coverage there. So I'm gonna do that last. And I'm using my Sigma brush that I always use. This is the F03. It's a highlighting brush. You've seen me use it many times if you're not new to my channel. If you are, this is the best concealer brush. I love it so much. And then I'm gonna take my sponge. This one is damp, but not super damp. And I'm gonna go over that concealer. This number one will help it really blend into the foundation, but it will also kind of help it sit and sink in because we don't want it to look like we've got on a bunch of makeup, even if we do, you know what I mean? All right, next I'm gonna use some cream bronzer. I don't really notice bronzer as much in the picture, but I am gonna apply some to kind of lift up my face because she definitely has more of an oval shaped face. I have more of a round face. So I want to kind of lift my cheekbones a little bit so I can get that same kind of effect that she has. All right, I sometimes go in with a brush and then apply my face, but I kind of wanna, I don't know, I'm feeling like I wanna do it this way. I'm gonna apply it there, there. I'll do the forehead in a minute. I'm gonna start with this because I do not want it to dry and then I can't blend it well. So I'm just gonna blend in an upward motion. I love these Makeup by Mario sticks because they blend so beautifully. They're very kind of a cream to powder kind of formula. But I love it. I think they're so nice. She definitely has some bronze going on, or some contouring going on her jawline. And then I'm actually gonna take what I put on the back of my hand and kind of work this into the temples and my hairline. Because like I said, she doesn't have, I mean, she definitely has bronzer on, but it's not something you really notice in the picture. My hair is in my way. All right, for blush, she definitely has a pretty pinky blush on, and it's very angled, so it's kind of like the, what do you call it, the contour blush look. So she doesn't really have blush on the apples of her cheeks, but the color I thought of immediately when I saw this picture is Patrick Ta. She's That Girl, which is one of my all-time favorites. I love it so much. But actually, before I go in with that, I am gonna take a little bit of powder bronzer and kind of stamp over that Makeup by Mario bronzer stick. And this is Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in medium. And then I'm gonna go into the Patrick Ta blush. And since we're gonna do a little more of like an angled blush look, I'm gonna use an angled blush brush. I'm gonna go in with the powder first, and then we'll top it with a little bit of the cream. So I'm just tapping that on, and I'm gonna try to keep it like angled up. Her blush is definitely high on her cheekbones, not on her apples. I'm gonna go into the cream, and I'm gonna use my sponge and I'm gonna kind of go over the powder. She also has a good bit of highlight on like the top of her cheekbone right here that I'm noticing in the picture. So I think I'm gonna use this, which is Charlotte Tilbury in Spotlight, and I'm gonna use that same sponge right on the front of the top of the apple, like this. All right, and then we definitely need to do some powder, especially under the eyes, because we're gonna do a good bit on the eyes, and I want to make sure I can save it from anything that falls down. So I'm gonna use my Huda baking powder. This is the Easy Bake powder in Cupcake. I'm just gonna go back in under my eyes real quickly and make sure there's no little creases under my eyes before we go in and set there. All right, you guys, so I'm getting some powder on my sponge. I'm gonna kind of tap off on the palm of my hand and press that in under my eyes, because we do not want any eyeshadow to get stuck under the eyes. That's not the look that I'm going for. I've actually done a few videos like this where I have like seen a photo of someone on Instagram or mainly Instagram, I guess, and I recreated it, or I tried to, here on YouTube, and it's like one of my favorite things to do. I don't know why, but I loved when I see a picture and it just speaks to me for whatever reason, and trying to figure out how to recreate it. I love that kind of stuff. And since we're using this powder, I'm going to use it on the rest of my face too. So I'm going to apply some under my blush and my bronzer, which again is not really something I do on a daily basis, but for this kind of makeup I would. So I'm just going to kind of go under and tap it up that way. And then I'm just going to take what is left and kind of hit my T-zone. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows and just kind of speed through it. And then I'm going to prime my eyes before we move on to the eyeshadow. I'm not going to do a whole lot to my eyebrows because her brows will actually look pretty natural in the picture. So I'm just going to kind of fill them in slightly, and then we will move on to the eyeshadow. All right, you guys, so I did my brows. They don't look identical to Haley, but we're gonna go with it. And we're gonna use the gold palette. So I'm very nervous about this. Number one, because I have not used this palette before and it's so beautiful. And number two, I'm just nervous to attempt this eye look, but we're gonna try it. So I'm thinking the first thing I want to do is go in with this matte right here in my crease, because the color that she has there looks like a transition shade that's just a little bit pinkier. It's not super warm, and I feel like that shade is the closest in this palette. And let's see, what is the name of it? Aria. So she has the majority of the color kind of in the center, and then she definitely brings it in a little bit, like further towards the inner corner. And then I don't really notice it that much being pulled out into the, like out here into the temple. It just kind of softly diffuses. And then I'm gonna take a bit of that same shade, like one tiny little tap, and I'm gonna bring it on the lid here. So it looks like she has like a white, almost a lid topper that looks really wet, but it has like a bluish green reflect to it. Don't really have that in this palette. We have this kind of white topper shade, and then we have this like blue green shimmer down here, which kind of looks like what you would use for liner, because it doesn't like she has much else like on her lids other than that, whatever that wet look is that she has. I'm kind of thinking about using this. So this is the Master Secret Glow highlighter from Makeup by Mario. I'm kind of wondering if I should put this on my lid and then put some of that white shimmer on top, but I wonder if I should do the liner first. I need to just stop overthinking it and do it. So I'm gonna take some of the Master Secret Glow, and I'm gonna put that on the lid, which feels really weird. And then I'm gonna go into the white topper shade, and I think I'm just gonna use my finger and see what happens. Okay, so that is kind of giving me the wet eye look. And then I don't know if I should, but I'm just gonna tap, like barely tap my finger into the shimmery teal And I'm just barely tapping that in the center. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and kind of tap over it. Now I am gonna try to use the teal color as the liner. Well, I'm gonna try to use the teal and then also that shimmery color, the shimmery teal. And we're gonna try to use this as liner with an angled brush. I have no idea how this is gonna go, but we're this far in, so. This is a Smashbox brow and liner brush. I did get it a little bit damp with setting spray. And we're just gonna attempt to line my eye with this. And I mean, she really goes all the way in with this color, which I don't normally do. So I'm kind of going in my waterline in the inner corner and then kind of leaving it, kind of trying to connect the two on the top. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Okay, the color is good. She also looks like she has got, like she took some glitter or a glitter metallic in the same kind of color and smudged it out with that. I'm just gonna do one eye at a time. So I'm gonna take a pencil brush and I'm gonna go into this shimmery teal. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not, or if you can even use this color wet. Okay, I'm not getting the glitter that I want with it wet. So I wonder if I need to use it dry and try to like pack it on. All right, so I'm gonna switch brushes and really just kind of tap it on over. All right, actually, while we're on this eye, I'm just gonna attempt to put this on the lower lash line. All right, again, her like metallic look is very intense. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna spray that brush we used on the top and go into the glittery color and try to put this on the lower lash line. She really went all the way around with this color, like into the waterline, everywhere. Well, let me see if I can replicate this on this eye, and then I want to add a little bit more to the lid. But let me try to replicate this. All right, you guys, I think we're making some progress. So a minute ago, I took this white topper shade again. I did it on my right eye, but I took it and just kind of tapped it and just kind of pulled it up and over onto my eyelid, because she definitely has a pretty bright light inner lid there. And then I took a little bit of this shade, which is kind of, it's a duochrome. I mean, it looks like all different colors, but I literally just took a little bit of it and popped it in the middle, so you get that kind of wet, different kind of looking lid color. I don't even know. All right, before we apply mascara, I'm gonna use a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Barbarella Brown and really just the outer waterline. Now we're gonna do some mascara, but I'm gonna curl my lashes. I don't know if she has on lashes. She probably has on like some individuals or something, but I'm just gonna do this, I think. For mascara, I'm gonna use Rare Beauty because it gives a lot of volume and we definitely need it with everything we have going on here, so. Finally, we have the lips, and it looks like she has a pretty deep brown lip liner and then kind of a peachy nude lipstick. So I'm trying to decide. I either want to use this from Urban Decay, which is 1993, looks like that, or I want to use Sweet Tea from Morphe. There's not a huge difference between the two. I feel like I want to use Sweet Tea from Morphe. I feel like it's the closest looking to what she has. Now she has really amazing lips. They're definitely kind of overlined. Sweet Tea is very brown, so I'm gonna kind of apply a little bit and then try to blend it with my finger. So I'm gonna start out with that, and I may go back in and kind of add to it, but the color I picked out that looks the most like what she has on is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is JK Magic, and this also happens to be one of my favorite lip colors ever, but to me, this is what it looks like she has on. I have no idea what she has on, but. So I'm taking my lip brush now and I'm gonna try to blend a little bit. All right, it almost looks like she has something a little bit light in the center of her lips. So I put a little bit of my concealer on. I always see makeup artists do that. I've never done that before. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over my lips. And then it looks like she has just a tiny bit of gloss, like on the center of her lips. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a clear gloss. This one's from Buxom. All right, you guys. All right, I'm gonna try to fix my hair a little bit and then I'll show you the final look. All right, you guys, this is the final look. What do you think? I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with this. I was not sure how this was gonna go. I'm brushing my brows up a little bit more because obviously I'm not a professional makeup artist, but I don't know why I saw this picture and I was so inspired to do this for some reason. I don't know why, and I'm kind of impressed with how this turned out. The hair is not exactly the same. She has thicker pieces pulled out right here, but the style is pretty identical. And I have a nude, or not a nude, I have a cream sweater on. I feel like this is pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with myself. So I'll pop the picture up again on the screen and you can let me know what you think, but I am pretty impressed with this. Let me know your thoughts. If you ever see any makeup look that you want me to recreate, please send it to me on Instagram. You can DM me or tag me in it or whatever you want to do, and I will recreate it because this is so fun. I love to do this kind of thing. I don't know why, I just think it's so fun to see something that really gets you excited and inspired and put your own spin on it. Do you know what I mean? So I love this. Let me know what you think, like I said, but I'm pretty excited and proud of this. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope you'll subscribe if you're new. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I am posting every day in December. And finally, I just wanted to say, I didn't even use all the colors in this palette, but this palette blew me away. This is a stunning palette. I'm so happy that I bought this. So happy that I bought this. And I definitely will use this again in an upcoming video because I'm obsessed. And I'm so happy I was able to use it in my 12 Days of Palettes series. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram. I'm going to post some pictures of this, and thank you so much for being here and supporting me. I know this was a long video, but I really had fun doing it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.